So you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Duell Murphy from Huntington, Indiana.
What got you into coon hunting?
Right in high school, my buddy's grandpa had some Blueticks that he used to hunt with. He always coon hunted and rabbit hunted his whole life. Kind of keep us out of trouble from being in town and stuff with all the other kids. We would go out there every weekend and hunt with him, you know. It's kind of how I started out. I really didn't buy a dog or nothing then. I just kind of caught on to it, and I was like, man, I'd like to do that when I get a little bit older, you know.
How long did you pleasure hunt before you started competition hunting?
I probably pleasure hunted for a couple years, but it was just hit and miss. It wasn't nothing like 3 or 4 nights a week, you know, like maybe once a week, or if I ever got bored, you know.
So when you did buy a dog, was it a walker, or what'd you get?
Yep, it was a walker. I actually bought him off Craigslist for $750 and his name was Sherm, and he had one of them eyes that they call glass eyes. It's like white looking, you know.
Yeah.
And I hunted them for probably a month or so and took them to a hunt and won early round, and they wanted to hunt it off late. I ended up winning late round 2, and everyone was wanting to buy the dog and couldn't believe it was a Craigslist dog.
Craigslist dog.
It was wild.
How old was it when you got it?
It was, I would say it was 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Like he was already finished out. And
okay.
He was what he was, you know. It wasn't no trying to teach him any new tricks or anything. You cut him, and that's what you get. You know?
So was that the first competition hunt you were in?
Yeah, I believe so. It was.
So you started off winning pretty quick then.
Yeah. Yep.
I usually ask people their most memorable wins or list all their wins. Whatever you can remember, tell me some of the biggest hunts you've won or some of your best competition hunting moments.
I would say one of my biggest first wins was I won Autumn Oaks in 2018, the first year I ever went. I'm still partners with Jason Smith on a female named River, and he hunted her the Friday night to get her in the top 16, and then something came up at church. He had to go back north and wanted me to handle her, and we got lucky and won it all. And it was pretty crazy because I've only been there one time, and that was just to go down there and buy stuff. And I was like, man, that'd be cool to hunt this one day, you know. And
yeah.
I think it was a year or 2 later I went down there and ended up winning the whole thing, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. What dogs are we hunting tonight?
We're gonna hunt Melvin. Is it good to you, Melvin? Owned by Heather Island, Ike Rainey. And then we're gonna hunt Marvelous Marv, also owned by Ike. I just got Marv January 16th, and he was a southern dog, and he's a different style dog than I'm used to, but from what I've seen out of him since I've been hunting him, I mean, I really like him, and it means a lot when put Melvin on the sideline and hunt the other dog, you know.
Yeah.
I know what Melvin can do and everything.
Do you have any other dogs, any pups coming up, or are you just hunting these 2 pretty much?
I still have Piper, the one I got second at the TOC with. I raised her from a puppy. She was 6 weeks old when I picked her out. Still got her, and she's in heat right now, so that's why she's kind of on the back burner too, because right now this is her time when all these kid and coon are around. She really put a hurting on a calf. Yep, she's in heat, so I'm stuck with these 2.
So you said you started her as a pup. How do you normally like starting pups?
I'll be honest with you. I hate pups. I can't. I don't mess with them much. If they will go hunting and start to tree, then I can deal with that, you know. But if they're standing around, I can't deal with them. They got to go somewhere. So when she was like, I think it was a year and 2 months, she treed the first time with a different dog I had, and I was like, all right, she might be something, you know. And I sent her over to Dave Collins, and he kept her for a month and showed her what she needed to know to start treeing coon regular. And after that, I I put my finishing touches on her, and she is what she is now. She's 5 years old, and I think she's got 13,001 in PKC and 20,000 in UKC and a couple thousand in pro sport. But very limited big hunts with her because I just always put her on the back burner for some reason. So I always thought I had something better.
Are you gonna breed her?
Yeah, I actually did breed her to Melvin. Them pups are a year old, and I got one off of her Melvin that's running and treeing, and we'll see what he does. You know, you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
when they flip a switch, that's when you're like, okay, I got something. But never know until that happens.
You want to tell me how these dogs are bred a little bit that we're hunting tonight?
Yeah, Melvin is Schooner River bred, the Hank dog on top, and then Lay'em Up Lacey on the bottom side. And then Marv is Zeb 3, and I forget the female's name, but she's out of Ohio. I forget what she's off of. I haven't had him that long. I don't know all that stuff yet.
Right.
But they're totally different dogs. Melvin will tree one right here or a mile in there, and he don't run a bunch of track usually unless it's a hot one. Marv, he'll bark off the lead till he gets treed, you know, and he'll tree one right here or he'll tree it a mile in. But I don't think he can tree layups like Melvin can. Melvin can tree both types of coon, and Marv, he's more of a hot-nosed dog. He's got to almost watch it climb to get it treed. You know?
So when you started competition hunting, did you have anyone giving you advice or tips, or you just kind of go and learn?
Yeah, Jeremy Jones, he lives a few miles from me, and I drew him in that first cast, you know, and they gave me a hard time. They tried to give me a lesson, but the dog wouldn't let him do it. So I hunted with him quite a bit, and he's been around a while. And then Nick Emmel, he lives like 36 miles from here or something. He comes over and hunts a lot, and learned a lot from him. I hunted his dogs back in the day for a little bit, and they taught me a lot about coon hunting. Then Kevin Cable, I'll go down and hunt with him. I think he's like 2 hours from me. He'll come up here and hunt a lot. We got the same hunting, but his is more hilly.
Yeah.
So we like to mix it up.
So do you have any advice for any like new people or like younger generations getting involved with competition hunting?
Yeah, I'd say if you're gonna do it the right way and don't just half it, you know. See, I was racing dirt bikes since I've been 5 years old, and then I had my first kid, and I was like, I don't want to get hurt and not be able to play with my kid ever, so I wanted to find something different to do, you know.
Yeah.
So that's when I got my coon dogs and stuff, and it's a little bit safer. And but other than that, I mean, I hunt about every night of the week, and if I don't hunt, it feels like there's something wrong, you know. So I'd say if you're gonna do it and you want to be the best, you need to go out and practice. Like in basketball or football in school, I mean, they have practice for a reason to get better, and that's what I try to do every night, to practice all week to try to win on the weekends, and that's what we've been going with, and it's worked out, you know.
Which dog do you think you've done the most winning with?
I'd say Melvin. He's got probably 110,000 in earnings right now between PKC and Pro Sport. I won a truck with him. Been in multiple pro classics with him. Won one pro hunt out in Missouri, I think when he was 2 years old. He'll be a fall 3-year-old this year, and a lot of people forget that he's still that young.
Yeah, he's
you know?
young.
And they're like, "Where's Melvin? Where's Melvin?" I'm like, it's just nice to have a different dog to give him a little bit of a break.
So when did you start competition hunting Melvin then?
Me and Johnny Watkins bought Melvin off of Kevin Cable, and he was right over a year old. He's running a tree and everything. We bought him, and I'd say shortly after we put him in a few hunts, we're like, yeah, this joker's for real, you know. After that, I mean, we weren't trying to blow him out and burn him up being so young, but we just kept going and doing good, so we kept rolling with it. That's pretty much it on him, you know. He's like my best friend, so we'll go to these hunts and stuff, and he'll stay in the hotel with me or sleep in the backseat of the truck. He never tears up anything. He just wants to be your best friend and does whatever he can to do it. And in the woods, he always gives you a chance. And that's the reason I like him so much. He'll produce a coon like you don't think they're gonna have one sitting over here trailing around and stuff, and come treed, you're like, oh, I know this dog don't have one. Like, he's gonna get beat for this one, you know. And go over there and be like, oh, he's got it. Well, he's proved me wrong way more times than right, you know.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or let people know?
I mean, I do this for a second living. So me and my dad own a construction business. We have like 40 or 50 guys that work for us. So during the week, I got a pretty easy schedule. I just got to drive around and make sure the guys are working, go to some meetings and stuff. But as soon as it gets around dark, that's when I switch over to my second job, you know. And I mean, I like it, and I hope I can do it till I can't walk no more.
I'll cut one this way and one that way.
Okay. Mars 980.
Yeah, and Melvin 600 straight this way.
Sounds pretty good. Awesome. How far is Melvin?
900.
They both get treed about the same time, probably.
Maybe.
How far is Melvin?
498 from right here.
Okay.
We'll drive around to him and probably be right at maybe 150, 200 yards.
far is he now?
Mile point two. A mile, or he'll do one out of the truck, you know.
Yeah. That's probably about 20 yards from the truck. Tell me how much each one of these dogs has won.
Yeah, Melvin, he's between Pro Sport and PKC, he's got right around 110. And I'm pretty sure Marv, he's got around 80,000, if not more. I might be mistaken. But Marv's a 17 model and Melvin's a 19 model. And I think that makes Marv about 4.5, coming 5, and then Melvin will be a fall 3-year-old. It'll be his last year in Super Stakes this year.
Melvin did. Come here. Well, we got a second here. You want to let them know what hunts you got coming up?
So this weekend, I got Washington, Indiana. It's a $2,500 Pro Classic. And then next weekend's the Roasting Ears, Lebanon, Kentucky Pro Classic. It's early and a late $1,000 entry. If you win 3 cash, you win $20,000. And I think after that is Claremont, Illinois. I think right in the middle of August. So pretty busy the next few weeks. That's why out here trying to do a little bit of homework and see if we can get lucky on one of these weekends.
Yep. Good job, buddy.